want you to think about how you're always checking your phone to make sure you're headed to the right destination, right? Or your GPS or whatever it is. You also check it if you have to readjust your plans because the 405 was closed again or whatever. In your financial empowerment journey, your living budget can also help you readjust. Here are some other ways to think about it. If you don't want to think budget, why don't you call it something else that feels good to you? Think about these following that I've borrowed from a variety of sources, and you can even remix your own. So rather than living budget, you can also just call it a budget. You can call it a spending plan because you're making a plan for how to spend your money. You can call it your abundance tracker, right? Thinking about money coming in and out as abundance, and you're tracking where it all goes. Okay, money manager, you can call it your money manager. And there is an author and finance guy named Ramit Sethi, and he calls it a conscious spending plan, and he has his own template and everything. So ideally in that living budget, I'm going to call it living budget for now, you're going to be tracking a couple of different things. Okay, so it's going to be looking at what's flowing in. That's things like income, your savings, including any investments, other support, or gifts that you receive. If you recently had a birthday. You're also going to look at what's flowing out. So a couple categories here, and hopefully some of this might sound familiar, and if not, we'll break it down. But needs, meaning things that are fixed, is things like if you're making tuition payments or contributions, that's fixed. As a person who might be living at home, it might be your contributions to the house. Fixed means it's the same or pretty consistent every month or every couple months or every quarter, whatever that is. A variable need requires thinking through things that might change in amount. So, for example, buying takeout is important. You have to feed yourself, but you're not sure how much each time, right? Maybe groceries also changes each time. And think about train or bus money if you're commuting to your particular school or university or jobs. Let's talk about wants. So that first category, needs, is think survival. Wants are things that you want. If you don't have them every month, it might be a little uncomfortable, but not life-threatening. Things like hygiene items are pretty important. So shampoo, conditioner, or deodorant when you're buying it for yourself for the first time. Rideshare costs when you're going out with friends or going out on dates. Upgrading your equipment, that's new dance shoes or tights or leotards, anything like that. Okay, now these categories even, I do want to stress something. So your living budget, and the reason I added the word living is that ideally we're checking in with this document or system regularly. So I want to say a couple things. The budget is meant to help you align the goals that you identified with what your day-to-day or even month-to-month spending looks like. It's meant to work with your natural tendencies while still giving you some structure. Thank goodness for technology and very smart people out there who have developed so many different formats that we'll get into next. A word here that a budget is not meant to be created just once in a spreadsheet somewhere that you never look at and then that you try to use the same exact way forever. Your budget is also not meant to be used to make you feel ashamed or judgmental about yourself. Quite frankly, we have enough of that, especially as an artist or creative. Don't add it on for yourself. Look, your GPS doesn't really guilt you for taking a different route or making a different pit stop. It's a tool to assess where you are.